What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozik, and this will be an unboxing and review of my first time seeing a kit from Xionart, and relatively smooth transaction. This was ordered a couple weeks ago. So these are basically this company Xionart. Look him up on Facebook. He has a bunch of really cool subjects, and a lot of it doesn't have an edition run. So basically, if you see something that's in physical form, whether it's a painted statue or a kit form, you can probably get it. If you go to his Instagram page, just Google Xionart Instagram. I'll put a link down below. You'll see all the stuff that this company offers as far as kits and pre-paints. So if it's in a physical form, it's offered as a pre-paint and as a kit, I believe. And the prices are really reasonable for what he has. I mean, the average cost of a quarter scale kit is about $400, which is really good. Shipping's, on average $150 or so and up, depending on the piece. Now, he does have some larger pieces that are quite more expensive. Like he has a really awesome Hawkman. He has a really cool Magneto. He's doing an awesome, I'm not really into Marvel, or I don't know a whole lot about the characters, but he's doing like this really cool, like 1/6 scale. It's not Apocalypse. Who's the guy? I don't know who it is, but anyway, he's got a bunch of cool stuff. Check it out. So let's open this up and take a look. So I'm excited to see this. So just to give you a sense of the size of the box, it's 20 inches by 20 inches by 17 inches. And on here it says it weighs 7.5 kilograms. Our gross weight is 9.8 kilograms. So it's not too terribly heavy. So, and this is Supergirl. So, it's not a huge piece. And I'm looking for a knife. There it is. So, sorry. I got my power cord plugged in over here to the side, so I keep hitting the cord because I don't want it to lose juice during this. So let's take a look. And I'm interested to see the quality of this. So he did send me a message last week saying, hey, the kit's ready. Do you want the factory to polish it? Meaning, do I want the factory to clean the gates off and clean it up? I'm like, well, is that including the price? He's like, yeah. It's like, well, go ahead and do it. So there's no price difference. The only difference is I would have gotten it. This would have like come in a week earlier. So yeah. So I guess you have that option. If you want to get it sooner, you can do all the cleanup yourself. So I'll probably have to put this box on the ground as usual. Yeah. Let me put this on the ground so I can unpack it, and I'll bring out the pieces. Actually, just come this way. And let's see. I think I got enough juice where I don't have to have this plugged in anymore. Let's see. Okay. So packing wise, you open the box, and it's just regular styrofoam. Just white styrofoam. It's not like the black insert. So that's one reason. That's one way they're saving a little bit of cost on these as far as the packing goes. But I personally don't care if it's a foam insert or not, as long as it arrives safely. That's all I care about. So I got a block here off to the side, and the only thing I don't like about this is it's messy. You get styrofoam everywhere. So let me open this up and take a look. I'm not sure exactly where to cut, but we're gonna cut around and see how this is packed. Just give me a second to cut around because it's taped up pretty good. Okay, so I opened up the first layer, and it's all the clear parts to the base. So this base does have a light up feature, and these are all the clear crystal parts. Ooh, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna just lay these out here. And they're nicely wrapped in foam and plastic bags. So packed well. Here's the, comes with a USB cord or a power cord. Great. All the crystals. These are nice. They're heavy too. A lot of them. All right, keep more crystals. And they're numbered. There's little numbers in the bottom of them, so you'll know where they go in the base. Okay. So over there to the left, you see all the little bags of the crystals, and then the next layer down. Let's see what's on the next layer. Okay, so I see a cape. Okay, and here I've got, ooh, she comes with 2 heads. And the head's oh nice. So there's a raging head and there's a normal head. And the raging head has a light up feature. It's battery powered. And they've already put batteries in for me, sweet. So I'll show that a little bit closer here in a second. And then the normal head is over here. Let's get it out. It's packed pretty tightly, so I don't want to damage anything. There we go. It's heavy material. I'm not sure what kind of resin this is. And there are magnets already in the head and in the necks. Again, I'll come in closer on these in a second, so I'm just going to lay stuff out for now. And then I see the cape. One big solid piece. Got some nice big keys in it. Looking really nice. So this will have some prep work. The factory did go in and do some like filling and stuff, but it's not perfectly smooth. I'll have to go in there and do some sanding and stuff, but you can see where they went and tried to fix it a little bit from the casting process. So it's not 100% clean, but it's no big deal. It's not a killer, you know. There's some piping work on around the cape. Looks like they're supposed to be there that may have gotten lost. I'll have to look at the picture. If it's kind of not there, I might just get rid of it altogether. Okay, and on the bottom layer will be Supergirl. Oh, and the base. Gotta have a base. Now the bottom layer of the foam is a little crushed. The box didn't have any damage. Okay, here's the base. Wow, it's heavy. Nice. Okay, there's tape on the bottom here. I have to take, I don't know where that is. Probably just to hold the wires and the battery in place, or the wires in place, but there's the base. That's a heavy piece. Okay, again, we'll come in closer in a minute. And then Supergirl looks like she's molded to one piece. Yeah, again, really heavy material. I'm not sure what the kind of resin this is. Okay, almost there, guys. Maybe I should just do videos of, maybe not the unboxing, but of just the pieces. And here she is. So I'm glad I had the, I told them to go ahead and have the factory clean her up a little bit, because you can see where they went in and did some filling and stuff, where there may have been like some bubbles here and there, but like obviously the feet were, or the boots were molded separately, it looks like, and then they glued them on, but here there's a bunch of kind of putty work they did on her. But she'll plug in right here, and she fits perfectly. There. Yeah, so the only downside with white foam is it's messy. There's foam everywhere now. And let's see, let's put it in the cape. Actually, I'm gonna take her off first. So I want to see if this how this light up feature works. Because right now it looks like it has to be plugged into a USB outlet, which I have on my bench here, conveniently. There's that. Let's see what kind of cord it is. Okay, so it's a I'm not sure if it's just on all the time. I don't see an on-off switch anywhere. And the tape on the bottom, I'm assuming, is to hold the electronics, like the wires and whatever light source is in there. Let's see if this cord's long enough. It may not be for, maybe, just barely. Alright, so let's turn this on and see what happens. There we go. That's pretty cool. So on my phone here, it looks really blue. But in person, it's more like it's a very clear, clean color. It's not blue at all. It's a clear, clean color. So that's cool. So that lights up. And I don't see an on-off switch. So I think it's plugged in. It's on. Yeah. So down below where the tape is, I see 1, 2, 5 LEDs down there. So if any of those ever go out, it should be relatively easy to replace. So I guess I could put an on-off switch on this at some point. And then she pegs in here perfectly. It's a perfect fit. Really nice. Okay. So I don't know if maybe I should put the crystals in next. So let's look at some of these crystals because these are really nice. So yeah, nice and clear resin. Some of these look a little foggy, which is no big deal. Just a little clear coat and they'll clean right up. But casted beautifully. This is number 11. And that goes back here. And they're shaped a specific way, so it should only go in one way. Again, I'm not going to show you all these because they're done really well. Here's number 2. Number 12. Okay, yeah, they only fit in one way. This one doesn't have a number, but I'm assuming, oh yeah, that's number 5. Right there. Number 1. It's a big guy, so it's going to go over here. Okay, how's this going there? There we go. This is pretty cool, guys. Nice size piece too, bigger than I anticipated. Number 7. Yeah, so the crystals they only fit one way. They kind of feel they may want to fit one way, but you turn around, they're for sure it fits. Number 9. That's this one. Yep. Yeah, so it's like some of these crystals, it's not super clear, but if you don't know this, with the resin that's like this, clear resin, to make that like super clear, all you have to do is spray a clear coat on it and it'll clear right up. This is number 6. Where's number 6 go? No, number 6. I'm gonna get the light down here because the numbers are down there. It's hard to read. Oh, there it is. Right there. Here's a big one, number 10. I like how the crystals all kind of crisscross. This is number 4. I think that good. Yeah. Well, it doesn't want to fit down all the way, so I may have to do a little trimming on it, but that's where it's supposed to go. Oh, there it goes. Almost there with these. Then I can put number 3. And then one more. Number 8. Okay, so I know I was in the way for most of that, but looks pretty good. Okay. So far, I'm really impressed. right, so then the cape would go on next, obviously. And again, the cape's done, it's casted nicely. I'm bringing it a little closer here. You can see where the factory's gone in and fixed some of the voids in casting. So this, I can feel that. I'll have to smooth that out. This feels like a different material. It doesn't actually feel cured all the way. It's a little pliable, so that's got me a little worried. So I may have to send a message to the producer and see if that's normal. If this is a different material. It's maybe just different. So it is lighter than the statue, but it's pretty pliable. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. And then yeah, so some sanding, some priming. This will take a little prep work. And it looks like there's supposed to be a beading around the edge here. That looks like that got lost a little bit in prep work. I mean, it's there, but then it kind of disappears in some areas. So we'll see. Once I prime it up, I'll get a better sense of it. But my guess is it's purposely done in a different material, so it's not so heavy. But it fits perfectly. I mean, I love capes. These are cool. Okay, and then we have our standard head, which he doesn't look all mad. And this is casted nicely. Again, you can see where the factory's gone in and kind of done a little putty work here and there. So there you go. And then let's look at the portrait. Really nicely done. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, she looks good. Really cool. But that cape fits perfectly in there. And so the heads switch out, and there is a little kind of gap around the edges. So I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that, if I'm just going to leave it alone. But it would, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that's there, because that's where her clothes would end. Okay, then here's her raging head. So here it is. So her eyes light up. Again, this is casted really nicely, and I can see where the factory's gone in and cleaned it up. See here in the hair. I had some bubbles, they went in and fixed it. So I'll have to go back and just make sure that they're nice and smooth. But it's battery powered, and they put a battery in it for you. So bam. And that fits in perfectly too. So, oops. Hold on, my camera messed up. It does this every once in a while. Sorry about that. Sometimes my camera does funny things and it kind of wigged out on me there. And I've displayed two videos together, which is no big deal. So yeah, overall, really cool piece. Nice base. Love the cape. I won't be able to, I'll have to unplug her to spin her around, so I'm going to just unplug it for a second. Actually, let's turn the lights off. Let's see how much those crystals light up. So that's the lights off, and wow, that's really cool. So that does a great job of kind of catching the light and making those crystals light up. So that looks really nice in the dark. And you can really see her whole face is glowing red. When there's paint on there, her face won't glow red. Right now, all the light's coming through the resin. So yeah, cool piece. Let's see, she is right at the top of her hair. We're looking to display this somewhere. She is 24.5 inches tall. I take a half inch off from my little base down here, so a nice size, good size. And then to display her width-wise, she's not very deep. So depth-wise, if you take into consideration basically her knee to the back of the cape, you're looking at about, she'd fit on a standard 12-inch shelf pretty easily. Now she'd be pretty much on the edge, but she would fit on a 12-inch shelf. And then width-wise, basically the width of the cape to the base, you're looking at about 16, 17 inches. But overall, really nice piece. Yeah, my only really kind of concern is the cape, and it's pliable. So it's got me a little worried. So I'm gonna find out if that's normal. but the light up feature is really nice. She will have a little bit of prep work to do. Nothing major. The factory's gone in there and, you know, trying to do as much as possible. But basically, until I, you know, wash it and put primer on it, I won't know the extent of that. And then the other thing, I'm gonna bring the camera up and kind of show you. I can plug her back in now. I got to spin around. So I need to get a plug that turns on and off. So I'm not going to zoom in, but if you notice right here in the neck where the head goes in, a little bit of a gap there. Again, I'm not real. And another thing is, so I think what happens is this. So this has a little on-off switch on the bottom here. And so what I'll need to do is actually have to go in there and carve out a little channel for that switch, because it doesn't sit down there all the way with the switch. If I put this other head in, snug as a, you know, perfect. It fits right down in there. Now to fix this gap is tricky, because if you want the heads to be switchable, you have to make sure that that lines up perfectly with both heads. I think the only way to do it would be to basically, I really don't know, maybe put some Aves in there real lightly, and then you would just put Vaseline all over this big time, and you would set the head down there and squish it down in there, and then hope that these are exactly the same size, same shape. They look to be, but you don't know. They may be a little different. Or you just stick with one head. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do on her. So we'll figure it out. But cool piece by Xionart. Nice job. I really like it with the lights off. The base does a nice job of bringing those lighting the crystals up, and then her whole face glows. So as always, it's Matt Mrozik. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Bye.